Hello everyone, so I've got the dreaded death rattle on my Toyota Auris Hybrid. Took it to a garage, they charged 100 quid, couldn't fix it. Useless. Now I'm going to prove you can do it at home for nothing. Here's the sound. To take the airbox, it looks like, so we've got the bolt there, take that out, and then I've got to take this out, so take that off because there's a bolt underneath that whole the airbox is being held onto the chassis, so I've got to take that bolt off. So let me try and have a go at that, and then we'll get on to the main bit. So progress update, took the top of the airbox off. I've undone that screw. There's this screw here holding a bit there. I've done that. So there, those are the three there. I've got to do that. I'm saying screws, they're bolts. Got to do that and that. Oh yeah, and I took off the MAF sensor. I'm taking it off there, so it's just here. There it is, sitting there. So I've only just done a little bit. Tied already. 10mm socket that I've used, and that's about it. Nice and easy so far. So I've taken the throttle body off there, and as you can see the telltale signs, there's some oil residue there within the intake manifold, which suggests that it clearly is blocked up in some way. So whoever fitted this and tried to clean it didn't clean it properly. So let's get this done, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it all gets sorted. So just a quick update, taking all these bolts off. So for the intake manifold, they're actually 12mm, and then on here I had this bracket that was stuck on there. Those are 10mm, and I managed to get the 10mm there. The reason I got that on there is just the screw at the back is a blind one and it could fall into the engine bay, so that's why I did that, to capture it. Got this top one off. This bottom bolt I got to get off. Can you see that? That's an absolute nightmare to get to. And then the throttle body, I've covered it, wrapped it round so that it stays clean. But this basically just literally need to lift off like this. Look, it's coming off, so I just need to wedge it through. Look, my hand's getting dirty, you've got to get the gloves on, so I'll do that, and hopefully I can get that blasted bolt off. Wish me luck. Here we go. So I managed to get it off. This hose was in there, so I had to pull that off to get it out. As you can see, it's pretty dirty. Look at that. And then if you look in here, quite coked up, so in need of a very good clean, I think. Let's have a look at this bit here. Sorry, excuse me. Let's have a look. Looks a little bit dirty, not too bad, but can I get it off? Wish me luck. So I managed to get this off. On this side it looks alright, but I don't know if you can see. No, it's coked up inside. You see? Look at that. So the guys I had look into it, they haven't cleaned it properly, so I'm gonna have to do it properly. Okay, so I've got brake cleaner here. I haven't started on this. I've sprayed it in there, just gonna let it rest, and got the pipe cleaner here. So I've made a start on here, just given this a clean, given all these a little clean, initial clean. Can you see? It's a lot better. That looks a lot better. So Gonna leave that resting in there for about an hour. Now I'm gonna start tackling this. So I've been cleaning. Look, doesn't it look so much better now? So this gasket, I'm gonna take it off, but literally just to give you an idea what I've been doing, I've literally every single hole I could find, I've been poking it and cleaning it. Look, loads of brake cleaner. Right, so give it some. So I've been doing that, and then these little ones, been spraying obviously. And remember, I paid the garage to clean it. It's supposed to be clean, but look at this. Is this clean to you? Look at the debris that's come out of there. And I haven't even finished off that. Look at that. One other thing I forgot to tell you, the PCV valve, just there, that one, I've since it's all off, and sometimes when you get oil residue like I got on the intake manifold, it's sometimes because of a faulty PCV valve. And even if it isn't faulty, since you got all of this off, and this is just literally a screw off, screw on piece, and it's like 15 quid off eBay for a genuine part, so worth doing, you know, since you've gone to all that trouble. Be a no-brainer, as it were. Okay, I'm getting a bit exhausted. Let me finish off. So I've taken the PCV valve off from there, and you need a 22mm spanner or socket to get it off. And as if by magic, there's the old one, and there's the new one fitted. There you have it. Whew. That's the small bit, easy bit done. Now for the difficult bit. So I've put this on now, so managed to get that on, and because I've managed to get some of these wires out of the way, I did reach that bottom, that pesky one, pesky screw underneath. See, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It is, there it is. Look, 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 look. Can you see it? Yeah. Managed to get to it nice and snug. Remember that little washer that's in there, so don't forget to put that on when you fit it back. There you go. Right, next up, the intake manifold. Ooh. So I've let that dry. It's nice and clean now, as clean as I can get it. All the holes are good, and I've taken the old gasket off, put the new gasket on. Like the other pipe, I've put cleaner through it, and now it's coming back clean, so now I know that the insides have been cleaned properly. So hopefully this time when I put it back it works, fingers crossed, eh? So by way of an update, so cleaning everything didn't work, and what I should have done, and a little trick you'll see in other videos from other people, is like when you've cleaned that, if you put a little blocker or like a blanking plate or one of those flat plates just to cover the EGR and see if the engine stops shaking, then you know it's fixed it. But anyway, I've put everything back together and it was still shaking, so what I've done is I've had to take the EGR valve out. There it is, and getting to that one was an absolute nightmare. I had to go really slowly. That one's access was easier, so that's where it was, there and there. It's really hard. Problem is that it's fallen down onto the ground, so I have to move. Luckily it's fallen straight down onto the ground, so I can pick it up by just pushing the car back or something, but lucky for me. Now let's have a look. So that's the EGR cooler. Usually that's alright, not a problem, but as you can see by the little bit of dust, I just gave it a little wipe just to clear that bit. But look at the state of the EGR valve itself, absolutely caked on. No wonder it's shaking. Now the part number this should be on this side. There you go. 25620 37110. However, it was upgraded because I think this is a common fault of those original ones. So the new part is 25620 37120. So as you can see, it's all the same. This time it's got a nice clean bit there, as you can see. So I'm going to be putting this back in as a replacement. There you go, side by side. As you can see, it's all the same. Checked all the holes and everything, it's all the same. It's just an upgraded part, so you won't find this part number even from Toyota. So what they'll do is they'll give you this one, so which is the 25620 37120, and that's the previous one. And I think this is the one that had is notorious for this thing sticking. I'll show you what I mean. This bit here sticking, or open or closed, I think it's one of the two, but it sticks. So I've got this second hand one for less than £40, so hopefully that fixes it. So I've got to make sure I get this gasket, clean it up, put it back on there, and that should be that. Wish me luck. Okay, so before I put the airbox back on, so as you can see, I've put that back, that bolt back in. I've got to get the 12mm from underneath, so the car, and I'll put it in there. So I used that one to just lock that in place for now. Obviously done the two there, made sure that gasket's there, can you see? Okay, that's linked in. Make sure all the pipes are in, so the pipes are in there, that connector's back on, that pipe's okay. So I've done that, put that pipe back on already. Then just one final check, because obviously this will be underneath the airbox. Make sure that's connected back in, that's screwed in place. So all that's done, and also the PCV. So many people forget this bit, so make sure that's back on, the PCV valve. So that's all done. So all that's left is the airbox, and then once I got the airbox in, got to make sure I click on the MAF sensor, and then it will be the moment of truth. So I've got the car on maintenance mode just to get the car engine keeping on running. If you want to know how to do that, I'll leave you a link in the description below on how I did it on a Lexus, and basically the same principles apply for this one. So let's go outside, moment of truth. Let's see, has it worked? And there you have it. Sweet as a nut. Sounding great again. Fantastic, what a huge relief. Job done. So how long did it take? This was my first ever attempt at doing this, so it took me nigh on 2 hours. Yes, those of you that are experts are probably laughing at me, but yeah, if you don't know, then you know, you got to learn, isn't it, and go slow. So it took me 2 hours. In terms of parts, obviously I spent £40 on a new EGR. I spent £15 on a PCV valve that you can't see now, and obviously I bought another thing that was £59.99, so at £120 in parts that I used there. Oh yes, and also for this one I used the gasket, didn't I? So that was another £15. And then a couple of cans of brake cleaner. So all in all, materials including everything was about £150, shall we say. Obviously my labour was free, but that was it. Took 2 hours. I'm sure it's quite easy. If I can do it, you can all do it. You just have to have a little patience, and then the next time I do it, I think I can do it within, like, well, I would say 45 minutes to an hour to get it done. So there you have it, sorted. Phew, relief. The death rattle has been defeated, and I'm so disappointed in the garage that charged me over 100 quid and they didn't even fix it properly. But there you go, sometimes you gotta do the job yourself to get it done right. Hope that helped everyone. Do like and subscribe, and see you on the next one.